Abby, can you just check that? All good? Thank you, Diane. Wonderful. Okay. Hello, Ingrid. Philippa coming in. Tiangri, nice to see your face. I only saw your screen before. Welcome. Abby, can you just check that? All good? Thank you, Diane. Wonderful. Okay. Hello, Ingrid. Philippa coming in. Excuse me. Angry. Nice to see your face. I only saw your screen before. Welcome. Abby, can you just check that? All good? Thank you, Jane. Wonderful. Okay. Hello, Ingrid. Hello, coming in. Excuse me. Angry. Nice to see your face. I only saw your screen before. Welcome. Okay, my Zoom's gone mad. Okay, so when Geshe is ready to join us, I can see he's with us. So let's see. They can just keep themselves muted while we're starting. That would be great, please. We just wait for a little while till Geshela's ready. Geshela is joining 2 sessions at once tonight in 2 different platforms, so there might be a little bit of time to get that organized. But I'm sure he'll be with us soon. Please.
Hello.
Good evening, Geshela.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
Everything okay on the
Yes,
setup?
I'm
Yes?
I'm working out.
Is okay?
I think so. Is okay this side?
Yes, from outside, I think okay.
Okay.
So good. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Just let me know when you're ready to start from that side, and we can start from this side.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait. Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm okay. Oh yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, I can see everyone. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So, hello everyone. First of all, I hope everyone
You're welcome, Geshela.
taking good care of yourself with the Dharma wisdom and Dharma attitude during a tough life of samsara. Then not only that, especially now more than 49 days ago, we experienced one of the toughest lessons that our most precious Guru, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoches, showed the manifestations of dissolving his holy body. Showing the aspect of passing the parinirvana, which especially for beginner like myself, it is a very, very tragic, very tough time. Even though from the Guru's side, there's nothing for us to worry about. Guru is enlightened being, like Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche is Buddha. Even in our ordinary mind, even to our impure mind, that Rinpoche is, without any doubt, who actualize the state of the Arya Bodhisattva path. So someone who is free from the influence of karma, like us, free from the control of karma, free from delusion, who have the complete complete direction, and according with the aspirations of his altruism, where he want to live, when he want to live, how long he want to live, how many bodies of, how many emanations, such as Nirmanakaya emanation, Sambhogakaya emanation, how many numbers that he need to manifest, in where, in which time, to which person, simultaneously, numberless bodies can actualize, within an instant, the moment the aspirations are fulfilled. So therefore, from that point of view, from the Guru side, or towards the Guru, there's nothing to worry. There's nothing is lost. But from the student side, those who don't have capability of accessing to the Dharmakaya, those who don't have the meritorious capability to access to the Sambhogakaya form of the Guru, then more than that, we exhaust our merit, or unable to actualize enough merit to have a direct access, in physical engagement, through our senses, like seeing the Guru in person through our ordinary eye perceptions, then hearing the Guru's holy word through our ordinary ear perceptions, then to really feel the touch of the Guru's holy hand, whenever we go to receive blessing, like, the Guru will touch onto our head. We don't have this meritorious enough karma to able to receive that feeling, receive that blessing. So this is, from our side, from people like me, lacking of the merit, that we by dissolving this, the physical aspect of the Holy Guru's body, then these limitations comes into our way, and which is unbelievable loss, unbelievable tragedy, from that point of view. But then again, as I usually mention, even in the past few talks, within these 49 days that I get opportunity to speak to any of you, either in the group or individually, that for all, but especially for beginner, immature disciples like myself, dissolving Holy Guru, showing the manifestations of dissolving, Holy Guru to us is the birth time or the newborn of the inner Guru in ourselves, newborn of the inner Guru. Is the birthday of the inner Guru within us. And if we recognize that, and if we practice that, then more than ever, even more than when Guru is lively with us, physically with us, the Guru start to experience everywhere. You start to experience Guru everywhere. You start to have the Guru in all your senses, and have the Guru in all your thoughts. Guru is everywhere with all the thoughts that comes in your way. Guru is everywhere that when you open your eyes, everything that you see is a manifestation of the Guru. Everything you hear is manifestation of the Guru. You see, everything that you touch, you feel the manifestation of the Guru. You see, so Guru is everywhere. And that's amazing. And that's And that's very much one of the purpose of Guru showing the manifestations of dissolving their holy body is to cause to ripen the disciple's heart to actualize inner good, and that manifestation, that aspect of the Dharma, of the teaching, all the past historical Buddhas have done that. All the past Bodhisattvas, gurus, who came into our existence, and just a matter of the time that they display this teaching to us. You see, so therefore, as I mentioned in the beginning, that if you are a matured student of the Dharma, then I hope that you are taking good care of yourself, already existing the inner Guru. If you are like me, very fragile, very, very immature disciple, then at least wake up. At least we get wake up when the Guru really has to teach so quite a drastic way, quite a is unimaginable way, including dissolving their holy body, passing to parinirvana. Then it's really we wake up ourselves from distractions, from graspings, such as permanent graspings, and the ignorance, and try to at least gain the wisdom of Dharma, the practice of the inner Guru. Then, more than ever, more than before, we practice sincerely, wholeheartedly, and diligently, consistently. So that's the thing that I'm referring. That hope that each and every one of us are taking good care of ourselves in this manner. Okay. So today, Chakdong Chendong Center in Tasmania, Venerable Lindela, and the team over there inspired to do this session today, as well as Taidong Foundation, Meda and the team joined to host this practice. And I can see quite a number of friends, students, senior practitioners, newcomers come together here to really utilize the life in the most meaningful way, especially for people who are busy in day-to-day life, especially people whose life is very much caught up with family responsibilities, job responsibilities, and getting difficult to find time to bring purifications of our defilements, negativities, and to accumulate great store of merit. So coming together to practice in Buddha's holy days is a very smart, very, very smart decision, very smart thinking, because in Buddha's holy days, the days are blessed by Buddha's inspirations. Days are blessed by Buddha's deeds. And even though Buddha had performed their enlightened deeds physically, many years back, like 2,600 years back. But the impact of the blessing or the turning wheel of Dharma in a turning wheel of Dharma or the performing such deeds carry on forever as long as sentient being exists. And in particularly, it's an ever-turning wheel of Dharma, meaning every single, this particular day, Buddha performing the deeds of enlightenment, actualizing enlightenment to inspire the disciples, actualizing or the deeds of birth, actualizing the deeds of the parinirvana. So even though what we usually remember is 2,600 years back, but in actual fact, Buddha performed every single moment like that, especially particular day of the year, particular month of the year, because there is not even one single moment where Buddha don't turn wheel of Dharma. There's not even a single moment where Buddha do not perform the 12 deeds, whether that deeds are performed, specifically illustrating to that particular place, that particular being, that particular time. But in generally, what we understand is there's not even one single pose that Buddha do not perform, all the Buddha's deeds, you see, because logically to be understood is there's not even one single moment Buddha do not work for the sentient being, that's the logic. But in Paramita Sutra, there's a debate to discuss whether there's any particular pose the Buddha do not perform, like such as the deeds of enlightenment, such as the deeds of birth. So of course, different philosophers will assert different understandings, but the absolute, the real understanding, in whatever way, is Buddha performed all the deeds that he have performed in the past all the time. Unless samsara is empty, then Buddha's job is done. Until then, he ever performed. You see. So therefore, today is the day, specifically for the southern, in the southern world, specifically to the living beings, in particularly human being of the southern world, especially to those who inspire to follow the Buddha's path, like such as Buddhist practitioners like us, and Buddha chose to perform the deeds, 3 major deeds, even though there may be 5 or even 6, deeds, literally, or physically he performed, but the major 3 deeds that historically known, today he performed the deeds of enlightenment, deeds of passing into parinirvana, and deeds of birth. You see, so today is Buddha's birthday. So now,
so Geshela, can I interrupt for one moment? I'm sorry. Do you mind?
Yes, and also I think here, Meda, you need to translate.
I think she's doing
Oh,
simultaneous.
okay, that's great. Sorry. Yes, okay. So I will stop here. Okay, just one moment. So therefore, what I'm saying is that therefore, is today, you see, one deeds of the Buddha, the impact that creates to the atmosphere, to the environment, such as the elements, such as the day, bring up the accumulations of a merit, whatever virtue we perform, 100 million times. So today, because of the 3 deeds Buddha have performed, then we have the benefit of accumulating 300 million, 300 millions amount of merit in one merit, offering one light offering, reciting one mantra, doing any form of practice at one time is equal number of 300 million. So therefore, usually, we don't have much time to practice. And if you at least come today together, then, we achieve great things. Okay. So like that. So therefore, we are here for that. Thank you. Okay.
So Geshe, we'd like to, our SPC Jen would like to offer you a warm welcome. Please.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
So Jen, you can unmute.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, Geshela. I think you've given such a wonderful introduction to the session and to yourself. So I'd still like to welcome you again to Chatong Chentong on the most auspicious day of SAKA DAWA DUCHEN. We're really excited and happy and heartfeltly grateful that you've allowed time to join Chatong Chentong to celebrate SAKA DAWA with us. We know that you have a full array of responsibilities around the world, and so feel very privileged and blessed that you've joined us, Geshela. Thank you for guiding us as always, which has already happened in our session fantastically, with the utmost care. And you talk about care and you give Chatong Chentong so much care, and Venerable Lindy and all of the people involved. So, and your wisdom, and we can't thank you enough, Geshela. We really can't. So today, in Inspirations for Living a Meaningful Life is, I suppose we could call it the topic, followed by Prayers and Practices dedicated to the swift, unmistaken return of Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche's reincarnation's return. And welcome also everyone joining us on this special day, including our friends at Tatong Foundation Study Group. And now, Geshela, Ali would like to offer short mandala.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, hello.
Hello, Geshela. I'm just going to do a short mandala offering in English and also the request to turn the wheel of Dharma.
Sure.
This ground anointed with perfume strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I offer this as a Buddha field and offer it. Please, may all living beings enjoy this pure land. O holy and perfect pure Lama, from the clouds of compassion that form in the skies of your Dharmakaya wisdom, please release a rain of vast and profound Dharma, precisely in accordance with the needs of those to be trained. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamneya Tayami.
Thank you. Yeah, so we start with taking refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, and then generating altruistic motivation while reciting the 4 immeasurable prayers. Then after that, pay homage to Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, then pay homage to all the lineage gurus. So while recite the refuge prayer, those of you who already have refuge practice, then here to retake them or refresh them by retaking them. And those of you who first time taking refuge, who have not gone through the ceremony, especially due to the geographically you're far away usually and didn't get opportunity to find a refuge preceptor to take refuge. Then those of you can also take opportunity here to take the refuge. I think will be okay. So going into refuge to the Buddha, first of all, at least have a genuine sense of renunciation, towards karma, towards the limitations of the delusions, and renunciation, towards the karmic consequences of actualizing rebirth within the three lower realms. And here especially, you taking refuge in altruistic purpose, not just for yourself. You're going refuge under Buddha Dhamma Sangha. You do that with altruistic motivation, that you want to actualize liberation, not only from the three lower realms, but also from the entirety of the six realms, self-existent. And not only that, also to be liberated from the liberated from the self-centered or the distraction to the just peace for self, just happiness for self, just liberation for self-purpose, such as lower liberation, lower liberations. So the purpose, by renouncing, including the nirvana peace, then aspire to actualize the state of full enlightenment for the benefit of numberless sentient beings. For that purpose, then I need guide, and the perfect guide for that is the Buddha. So I go for refuge in the Buddha. And from now onward, until I actualize that state, I will never let go, Buddha being your guru, Buddha being your guide. Even there may be obstacle, come up by the maras, by the delusions, by the karma, by negative friends, even the course of my life, I will not, disregard, Buddha as my guru. And as for Dharma, one should see the limitations in all the wisdoms that fits the self-grasping, that fits the self-cherishing purposes, that fits the outwardly concern, all the wisdom in the world, all the wisdom that you gain in the world, as long as it fits, it boosts the outwardly concern, then you renounce them. You renounce here. It doesn't mean you don't learn, those tools, those talents, those educations. Here, renounce meaning that you see limitation in them, and don't be, satisfied with, such wisdom. You go for a higher wisdom, the wisdom of Dharma, the exalted wisdom, that which give exalted result. The wisdom that which act as an antidote, wisdom that act as an antidote to the outwardly concerned, wisdom that act as an antidote to the samsara, to the ignorant, to the delusions and defilements. That wisdom is the Dharma. Okay, that Dharma comes in the two aspects. One is the attitude aspect, and one is the wisdom aspect. Both of them are the antidote to the outwardly concern. Both of them are the antidote needed to overcome all the limitations of self-grasping and self-cherishing attitude. You see, without the wisdom of attitude, we won't able to overcome self-cherishing limitation. Without the wisdom of emptiness, we won't able to overcome the self-grasping ignorant, you see. So, so therefore, that I go for refuge in the teachings of the Buddha to equip, all the antidotes to all the limitations. Okay. So then, going refuge in the Sangha also has to be developed on the basis of having renunciation. Otherwise, cannot become genuine refuge. So the renunciation is not contented with just a worldly kind of security, worldly kind of friends or communities, not contented, just the example that ordinary human able to illustrate, or the encouragement that we receive just in a conventional, common, worldly way. We need a community, we need a Sangha, which inspire us, which influence us, which support us through Dharma wisdom, through Dharma inspirations, through Dharma examples, who always speak about liberation, who always discuss about the path of liberation, path to liberation, path to enlightenment, who always carry the wisdom of the path and grounds, all the way up to the full enlightenment, you see, who live in the practice, of the attitude and wisdom that we just discussed, the Dharma in their life, the community where we can be among, those such practitioners, you see. So seeing the limitations of the worldly companions, worldly, communities, worldly friends, and then you aspire for Dharma community, Dharma friends, Dharma practitioners, you see. So in that reason, then one aspire to go into refuge or to the Sangha. Sangye Jodang Zoye Jonan La Janjo Bado Dani Jasunje Daje Jinso Jebe Sonam Dola Benje Sangye Rubarai Jo Sangye Jodang Zoye Jonan La Janjo Bado Dani Jasun Daje Jinso Jebe Sonam Dola Benje Sangye Rubarai Sanje Jodang Zoye Jonan La Janju Bado Dani Jazun Daye Jinzo Jebe Zonamaye Dola Benjere Sanje Drubara. Yeah, then generate altruistic motivation. In expressions of sincere, great love, great compassion to all the sentient beings. Okay, express the four immeasurable attitudes. Semje damje dewa dang dewe judang dembra juje semje damje dunga dang dunga je judang dawa semje damje dunga mebe dewa dang mi dawa juje semje damje nyere jadang nyedang da Tanyola nebara juroje semje damje dewa dang dewe judang dembra juje semje damje dunga dang dunga je judang dawa Semje damje dunga mebe dewa dang mi dawa juje semje damje nire jadang nidang dawe danyola nebara juroj semje damje dewa dang dewe judang dembra juje semje damje dunga dang dunga je judang dawa semje damje dunga mebe dewa dang mi dawa juje semje damje nire nidang dawe danyola nebara juroj. So sincerely, from depth of your heart, express and dedicate entirety of your existence, entirety of your life, and in particular this very year, this very month, this very week, this very day, and this very session, for the benefit of numberless sentient beings, temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. You completely dedicate entire your energy of body, speech, and mind, entire preparation that you have done to be for this session. Even that, an entire impact that you're going to actualize in your heart and illustrate through your body, speech, and mind from now onward, from this very session. Even that, no question about all the other practices you do, all the merit that you accumulate, all the good things that you achieve in life, completely, wholeheartedly from depth of your heart, you dedicate for the numberless sentient beings, temporary happiness after the ultimate happiness of enlightenment. You understand and you tell yourself, I mean it, I truly mean it. And many of you today, you must have received the Bodhisattva vow from His Holiness, from the Buddha of compassion, the Guru Buddha compassion, generosic. Then even more fortunate, you have just received today, so it's fresh. You see, your precept is so fresh. Then when you express this motivation, dedication from your heart, so it becomes so impeccable. It's like carving your footprint on the rock. More than that. You see, more than that, deep kind of like establishment of altruism in your heart. And by dedicating that way, even if we forget to remember bodhicitta, before the actions or during the activities of our body, spirit, and mind, naturally, those activities still become altruistic activities. Still it become, service to numberless sentient beings' benefit. Still it become great tools of purifications of your own karma. Great tools of accumulations of merit, to actualize the resultant, Guru Buddhahood, you see. So like that. Oh yeah, so then now, remember the kindness of Guru Shakyamuni Buddha, okay? So today, in fact, we're supposed to read the Sutra, remembering the three jewels. So what I will do, I will recite the short salutation to Guru Shakyamuni Buddha. Then, after that, someone from the group can recite in English. Maybe that's better. My reading is very bad. So someone can recite very sweetly so that people can get inspired. So you can recite in English. So while reciting the sutra, remembering the three jewels, then here you remember the kindness of Guru Shakyamuni Buddha. Then express gratitude. Then express inspiration and dedications of your life, just to actualize all those qualities, just like the Buddha did. Then remember the qualities of the Dharma. Then, express gratitude. Then inspired to actualize that Dharma as a path within yourself. Then remember the qualities of the Sangha. Then feel gratitude. Then aspire to oneself to be the Sangha, resultant Sangha, so like that, okay? Kange dojene zone dawa tamje pambe chere tambe chene denze ba godam de la chance. Okay, so anyone can read the Sutra, remembering the three jewels in English, please. And those Chinese, Meda, you can read for the Chinese students there.
So Geshe, we can share on the screen. Yeah, we share on the screen. Okay. I was thinking to ask Carol. What do you think, Carol? Would you like to unmute and recite this for us in English? Please.
The Sutra remembering the three jewels. Homage to the Omniscient One, purified and consummate, victorious, virtuous and transcendent, thus gone, foe-destroying, entirely perfect Buddha, full of wisdom. The blissfully proceeding, the knower of the world, charioteer and subduer of beings, the unsurpassable and teacher of gods and men, such is Buddha, victorious, virtuous and transcendent. He who is thus gone exemplifies the merit which is his cause. In him no root of virtue is ever worn away. Through his manifold patience he is exceedingly beautiful. He is the treasure ground of merit, adorned with the tokens of enlightenment. He is graced with the flowers of the marks of Buddhahood. All he does is seasonable and opportune, and nothing inharmonious mars the sight of him. True joy indeed he gives to those who open up their hearts to him in faith. Through the brilliance of his wisdom he is unconfounded, and against his power there is no victory. He is the teacher of all living beings, the father of all bodhisattvas, the king of all superior ones. He is the guide of those who journey to the city of beyond affliction. He is wisdom unbounded. His speech, his assurance is beyond imagining. His speech is altogether pure, well-tuned and sweet to hear. Gazing on him, one is never sated. His body is beyond compare. By the realms of desire he is unstained, and by the realm of form is wholly uncontaminated. He is not mingled with the formless. He is altogether free from misery, and from the aggregates he is utterly and altogether free. The elements have no hold on him. He has mastery of the sense powers. All bonds he is completely severed, and from all pain he is perfectly and totally released. No craving does he have. He has passed beyond the stream. Perfect is his wisdom, and in the wisdom of the Buddhas past, present, and to come, he has made his dwelling. In nirvana, where all suffering is transcended, he does not abide. His abode is in the very summit of perfection, residing in that place where he perceives all living beings. Such are the sublime qualities that are the greatness of the Buddha, victorious, virtuous, and transcendent. The sacred doctrine is righteous in the outset, righteous in the middle, righteous in the end. In its meaning, excellent, and in its words and syllables likewise. It is integral and unalloyed. It is all-sufficing, altogether pure and purifying. Well spoken is this Dharma by the victorious, virtuous, and transcendent. It is a perfect way of seeing and is devoid of ailment. It is perennial and leads us onward. To see this Dharma is to fulfill one's purpose. The wise will see in it their self-cognizing wisdom. The Dharma spoken by the victorious, virtuous, and transcendent is shown to be well-tempered to the instruction and the needs of all. It drives us from samsara and causes us to go to perfect Buddhahood. It is free from contradiction, and in it all is summarized. It is totally to be relied upon. It is a cutting of the root. The Sangha of the Mahayana compromises those who have well entered, wisely entered with straightforwardness and aptitude. Right it is to join our hands before them, and right to make prostration. They are the glorious field of merit. They are the perfect recipients of gifts. They are the object of offering everywhere and always. They are the worthy object of all offering. Thus ends the sublime sutra of remembering the three jewels.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you. Okay, then I will recite in Tibetan also. Okay, yeah. So also some of you who like to receive the oral transmission, then you can also regard as receiving the oral transmission. So next time when you read the sutra, it will be more beneficial. Okay. Papa Kunjo Jedin be do shu so Papa Kunjo Jedin be do Tamje Kemba la cha zalo dedra sanje chumden de dene tishin jaba da jomba yanda ba zobe sanje wada jazo dembra devra jaba jiden jaba jevo de kalo yuwa lana meba lada minam je demba sanje chumden de tishin jaba dene sonam daji gyutemba jeve zawa na chue misawa sube jemba sonam je tere nam je shi peje sambo nam je deba sen nam je mendo jeba Choyo Rembra Dumba Tona Mitumba Meba Tebe Meba Longo Bragaba Sherab Seje Minamba Toba Naba Jiva Meba Semje Tamje Dumba Chanju Semba Namje Yap Pabe Gansa Namje Jabo Ningele Debe Tunje Do Drova Namje Debe Ije Bado Meba Boba Samje Mejaba Sunamba Daba Yang Nyeba 国界大约朝米些吧，国从巴面吧，对吧？大家马个吧，说大家你话马个吧，说面吧，等等马这吧。东岸大来南巴着吧，澎湖大来差不多南巴着吧，看嘛那么大米点吧，给钱那么大。对吧？那么新多这吧，用处多吧，大来南巴着吧，西巴来着吧，去来给吧，一些用处做吧。 对吧？当嘛，军吧当，到中原三界中间的那边一些了呢吧，人家来对吧？那民呢吧，养到吧，你给他了呢吧，甚至他们这那随便上了书吧的，在他呢三界中间的这过去外缘的养到吧，那么说。 但别今年他们那结吧，拍都结吧，他们那结吧，同样上坡车路上坡嘛，这把用作做吧，用作大把用作像我中间的一去两不拉送吧，养到吧，同完年没吧，对七八没吧，你吧，对吧？的同完了，对要吧，七八那边说说，人家里不拉家哇。 中间的接送呗，全都完了，来不了对吧？你不了中完，左边将就到这完这吧，没对吧？没进对吧？当对吧？对吧？要吧就完这吧我，开吧这边跟定的，来不了一修吧，来不了修吧，当不了一修吧，对不了修吧，他们这边我说就吧，恰恰我说就吧。 说那么些把这新的用书中华全部这边那时候就话广东阳这边那时候就话全部我爸爸工作什么结束这边都做。Then all of us come together to recite Guru Shakyamuni Buddha's name mantra, and then there try to reflect on the entire path on the Lamrim. So many of here that you have already studied Lamrim many times. So then illustrate the Lamrim, the Lamrim teaching in your understanding while reciting Tayata Om Muniya Muniya Maha Muniya Soha, the teachings of the three capable beings path, so I will not go through the whole explanation, but briefly, Tayata is referring to all the Tathagatas and Buddhas that's gone beyond, meaning that just like all the past Buddhas, then I will engage into the Lamrim path. I will engage into the stages of the gradual path, to enlightenment. Then Muniye, first Muniye, all the teaching of the small capable beings path. Then second Muniye, all the teachings of the middle capable beings path. Third Muniye, and all the teachings of the higher capable beings path. The both sutra and entire tantra, including of the stages of the tantric practice, the 4 schools of the tantric practices. Then Soha means I will actualize all these the stages of the path, just like the past Buddhas have done, that I will actualize within myself, Soha, so like that. So accordingly, how detailed that you, of course, we won't recite, a few hours. So maybe no time to go, to have a meditation on the detailed, teachings of the Lamrim, but at least a glimpse, at least try to remember the major teachings of the small capable beings, major teaching, the at least the title, like such as refuge, such as karma, such as the small renunciation, renunciation towards three lower realms, such as remembering the initial liberation from the three lower realms, then when recite the second Muniye, then at least remember the teachings of such as the karma, of course, and teachings on Four Noble Truth, teachings on the Eightfold Path, teachings on the traveling of interdependent origin, then the teachings on this middle renunciation, the renunciation towards the entire six realms, then actualize, the inspirations to the liberations of hearers, liberations of solitary realizers. Then when you recite the third Muniye, then on the basis of remembering all the earlier, the foundational part of small capable being and middle capable beings path, then have a glimpse meditation or remembrance of the teachings on the great love, great compassion, the altruistic wisdom, the teachings on like such as six perfections, and then the great renunciation. You renounce the entire self-existence, including the nirvana, on behalf of the rest of the numberless sentient beings, to work for the rest of the numberless sentient beings. Then aspire for absolute Buddhahood, for the purpose of all the sentient beings' enlightenment, numberless sentient beings' enlightenment. Then remembering the potential of this very life that you have, all the freedoms, all the conducive conditions, this precious human rebirth, each and every one of us have this precious human rebirth. Doesn't matter whether you're in the position of healthy body, sick body, young age, old age, woman, man, Eastern, Western, doesn't matter. Everyone carry exact same potential. Every one of us carry the full conducive conditions, equipped within us. You see, so but this precious life lies in the nature of impermanent. It can just finish like that. It can just go off like that. In any moment. No one can give a certain certainty about date for our death. So no one can ever give us that. It could be just next moment. It could be many years later. So how precious, human life that we may have, how many great conducive conditions we may have, even having guru, the unbelievable guru, have among us. You see, the absolute cherising, is among us. All throughout our life up to very much last month, we had living Heruka, living Heruka, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoches among us. You see, even physically. So even though physically he's no more with us, but we are able to establish guru-disciple relationship with this living Heruka. So that meaning this living Heruka is one of the most powerful conditions to cause our enlightenment forever, all the time with us, all the time, you see. So then there are so many other great enlightened gurus that you have met. And so many great enlightened gurus who are still among you, even physically. you're enjoying, the Dharma nectar with those of your gurus. You see, it's unbelievable, precious life, equipping with all these conditions. You see, we're very much lacking of these conditions in our past lifetimes for eons, but this life we have them. Then from our side, you see, we have a full freedom. If we really wish to be enlightened, as quick as possible, within this very cushion, we have all the conditions. The only thing is, I think many of us, we kind of like say, no, I don't want to enlighten so fast. It's very much like, because samsara is still more fun, and go to the cafeteria, go for lunch, and go for world tour, then, with family, this is more, I don't think there's such thing in the Buddha's realm, So it's like, we are kind of telling ourselves no need to rush. That's why we've been delaying up to now. But when looking at all the conducive conditions, all the potentials that you have, it's like Buddhahood is right here, right on your cushion. It's really, it's just a matter of whether you purify your heart or not. That's it. It's nothing to do with this body. It's nothing to do with this body. You see, nothing to do with this imperfection speech, imperfection, whatever, senses, was it not? Imperfection body, not senses, okay, sorry. Imperfection bodies, imperfection speech, it doesn't matter. It's about our heart. The moment you completely change the heart, you see, make the decision to change the heart, and you sustain that decision, right there is enlightenment. It's right there waiting, isn't it? You see, so we sometimes look into ourselves. You're really not serious about enlightenment. You sometimes talk to yourself. Are you sure? Are you really serious about enlightenment? You're not serious at all. You're just happy-go-lucky enlightenment journey. The moment you see your delicious food, your enlightenment, bye-bye. The moment you see any worldly comfort, enlightenment, bye-bye. So you see, even though you realize that your enlightenment is right there, right next moment, right that very cushion, is possible, but then we choose to not to follow up. And that's the issue, you see. Like even in relation to our most precious guru, physically, he carry the same body like what we carry. Still the physical body, show the aspect of old age, etc. That's nothing to do with enlightenment. Okay, it's about the transformation of your heart. You see, so that determined which stages of the path that you have actualized in your lifetime. Whether you're enlightened or not from that aspect. You see, so therefore, my point. Therefore, now think of tantra. It's a thing of the tantra. Okay, so after reflecting on all the common path, now when you say Mahamuni, then you reflect on the teachings of the tantra, especially High Sukha Tantra, understanding how precious, how great opportunity you have. This life can be lost in any moment. So therefore, I must purify this hallucination. I must purify this impure being. using the tools of the Tantra, then actualize completely the deity, the causal deity, actualize the complete causal deity right here. You just change your mind and you see everything as celestial of the deity. Whatever deity you are practicing, regard is everything is celestial of the deity. Every being is this being of the celestial. Okay, yourself is the oneness with the central deity. Okay, so don't worry about physical body. Don't worry. After the session, when you look into the mirror, you will still see your face. You won't see the deity's face. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can still carry this mask, but you're enlightened. Okay, so at least actualize the causal enlightenment. Okay, so when we able to do that, then when we able to sustainably do that, then when the natural clear light occurs to us, then you actualize resultant Buddhahood. Resultant Buddhahood, that much effective of the tantric practice. You see, just living in the pure view, living in the celestial experience, through creation of your heart, through the transformation of your mind, your perception. Keep repeatedly training in that, living in that. When the natural clear light comes in our way, everything actualizes in that causal experience of the mandala into a resultant, deityhood, resultant deityhood, and that's the Buddhahood. You see, so like that. So, so I have a kind of firm conviction and firm faith and firm determination to practice that. So when we say Mahamuni, then Soha, yes, absolutely going to happen that like this. Okay, so we recite together. Aya da Okay, thank you. So, so you see, so just now mentioned that Buddhahood is very much flip of your mind, you know, just very much the moment you transform, you know, your hallucinations, your superstitiousness, which are called the defilement, you know, delusions and defilement, you know, and karma is very much part of it. You see, part of that hallucinations, part of that confusion. When that confusion is purified, karma is purified, delusion is purified, defilement is purified, then the continuum of after that confusion is the mind of omniscient, mind of enlightenment. You see, you may think it sounds so easy. You may think, you know, Buddhahood sounds so easy. You know, how come? And why so hard? Is it? So the hardness, as I mentioned before, we make ourselves so hard. We think it's so hard. You know, we ourselves drag ourselves to get distracted only. Okay, don't always undermine the easiness of the Buddhahood based on the difficult of this tangible body. It's nothing to do with the body. Okay, nothing to Buddhahood and samsara is nothing to do with the body. Nothing to do with the body. Okay, so sometimes we say, oh, you know, this as if like want to, as if in order to, you know, as if, you know, to enlighten, that you need to take off this body. It's not necessary. Or in order to enlighten, as if that you need to carry this glorious rainbow body. It's not like that, you see. So just literally, it's just a flip of your mind. You see, it's just transformation of your mind. You see. Okay, now the proof for that which I forget to mention before, is Om within the mantra. You know, that is the proof. That is the answer. You know, why is so easy? If you want, okay, if we want, okay, Up to now, I keep saying I don't want. That's why I'm still samsara. And I'm also not confident until tomorrow or some years, I don't know. I still, too much distraction, still enjoying samsara. So therefore, I see Buddhahood is quite far for me. If any of you, maybe, like me, then of course we have to carry on our samsara. But then if someone is really rushing for enlightenment, just flip of your mind, just change of your mind, that's it. Okay, so the answer is because of the Om. You see, Tayato Om Muni Muni Ma Muni, so Om. You see, Om is the ultimate, Om symbolizes the ultimate essence of this base body of, this human, ordinary, samsaric body, speech, and mind, the three doors. It is also the essence or the syllable, not only to this body, speech, and mind of the samsaric person, but it is also the same syllable of the enlightened, resultant Buddha of ourselves. The Buddha's holy body, speech, and mind. So you see, essence is the same. There's no two. There's no two Om. It's one Om, the same Om that would correctly fits to now this samsaric person. It also correctly fits to the resultant Buddha when we become Buddha. There's no different seed that we need to acquire, the same seed, you see. So because of that, okay. The only thing is we just need to change the outer, the mask, the mask has to be changed. The mask that we wear, to the faces that we wear to our mind, this conceptual confusion, the superstitious mind, the delusional mind, the ignorant mind, the defiled mind, that has to be taken off. You see, once you take off that, then it's the enlightenment, which is also the illustration of that syllable Om. You see, even at the current time, the basis of the function of our body, speech, and mind is because of the syllable Om. Okay, like that. Okay, so then now make salutations to the Guru. Okay, so now today's topic. So today's topic is, I've already taught. So today's topic, what's it? Have a meaningful life. What's it? Tools of meaningful life. Inspiration to meaningful life, isn't it? So inspiration or the tool or how to live meaningful life, or what do you call about meaningful life? It's all about living in the Lambrain, living in Dharma, living in three principal aspects of the path, living like the Bodhisattvas, living like our gurus, even it may be just 1%, but living a life like them is living inspirational life, living meaningful life, living fruitful life, worthwhile life, isn't it? So gurus, they live a life like our most precious guru, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoches, an example. You see, entirety of his life, dedicated in the service of numberless sentient beings, happiness. Each and every one of us here are the object of his benefit. Each and every one of us, directly or indirectly. You see, some of you may not have met Rinpoche in person, but then you have met the Dharma through, the FPMD centers, or you have met a Dharma through someone inspire you, your friend, and that friend could be from FPMD center, or could be, Rinpoche student, or very much in the West, Lama Yeshe and Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche are the very initial Tibetan lamas who have traveled to the West, who bring connection to the West. Very much Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche and Lama Yeshe is the reason of many enlightened gurus to to travel to the West, to make connection to the Westerners, and from there, so much introductions of Tibetan Lamas, Tibetan Buddhism, Tibetan people, Himalayan people, the Dharma that the culture, Buddhist culture that preserved in Tibet, in Himalayas, brought so much interest because of the introduction, by Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoches and Lama Yeshe in the West. You see, then you travel to Nepal, you travel to India, you travel to Tibet. Then there you met your amazing gurus, amazing culture, amazing Dharma. Then somewhere, somehow, the Lama Zopa Rinpoche is out there, reason for us to connect, make this connection. You see, it's a so vast, so extensive impact of Rinpoche's contribution to not only the well-being of this life of us, but also the well-being of our continuum for the rest of our lifetime, all the way after enlightenment. You see, it's the greatest gift. Whatever way that you are introduced to Dharma, in whichever way, is giving us the greatest gift. That gift is like wish-fulfilling jewel that continue to fulfill your wishes all the way up to the ultimate wishes of enlightenment. So therefore, try to live a life like Rinpoche. Even it can be just 1% of that. Continue, individually, each and every one of us. You see, be ambassador to His Holiness Dalai Lama, to Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche, to Lama Yeshe, to all your spiritual gurus. In your own way. You're in your own way. If you are a good cook, then cook more and illustrate guru's quality in them. Illustrate the taste of the guru in your cooking. Then if you are interpreter, if you are a teacher, if you are a businessman, if you, whatever you do, there's nothing needed to change the way of life, that whichever that you do in your life, but you put the masala of the guru's ingredient. You put the masala ingredient, they make it more delicious, make it more flavored, and illustrate that deliciousness through your body, speech, and mind, the way you talk to people, the way you physically behave towards people, the way you think about people, the way you how manage the problem in your life, the way how you, the way how you welcome success in your life, the way how you welcome praise in your life, the way how you deal with criticisms, deal with the problems. Do that with that flavor of guru. The Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche's the ingredient of Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche must have in there the ingredients, the masala. Is it? So then, even in the obstacle time, how Rinpoche laugh openly, how Rinpoche stays so peacefully, so relaxedly, how challengeable situation comes in his way, the peacefulness, the relaxedness, the laughter, the patient towards problem. We need that patient towards problem and obstacle in life. Zopa Rinpoche, patience towards obstacle comes in your way. Try to behave like Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. You see, just the moment problem comes, think of Rinpoche. Then I can guarantee you will be relaxed. You will be subdued. You see, you will be managed so well, to do with health crisis, business crisis, relationship crisis, or whatever environmental crisis, whatever it comes, how Rinpoche would deal with that. Okay, then you try your very best in that way. It is so meaningful, so beneficial. You see, whole world praises Rinpoche, whole world respect Rinpoche, whole world venerate Rinpoche, but he never boasts his ego. He still remained the humblest. You see, he's like putting everybody on top of him, but he's like, you see, he's a most humble practitioner. You see, you can see that when he spent time with you all. Each and every one of us experience that when you have audience with him, when he is with you, in the center, or in your house, or in the temple, or you're having tea with him, meal with him. You can see he's so down to earth, isn't it? Which is one of the most down to earth. You see, and some of you may have experienced that so difficult to get appointment. The thing is, Rinpoche is seeing every moment people. There's so many hundreds and thousands of people. Like non-stop. So that's why unable to get the appointment. That's the only thing. But if you manage to get an appointment, or even you didn't get an appointment, but you just imagine, that his dedication to you, his wholeheartedness dedication to you, his completeness time given to you, even can be that one moment, or that 1 hour, or that one whole night, whole day, doesn't matter. It's like completely to you, completely, you see. And the gesture is like, you're so precious, isn't it? You are like the most loving person comes in his way, and you get all the best gift, the love, the kindness, the generosity, the blessing, unbelievable. Each and every one of you have your own stories, isn't it? Unbelievable. Even just to get a chance to attend the teaching in public is you just feel like he's completely yours. He's completely focusing on you, like that, you see. So anyway, yeah, like that. So you say you welcome all the goodness comes in your way, the way how Rinpoche would welcome them. How Rinpoche would welcome them. Yeah? In our way, the moment people praise us, we feel happy, which is good. But on top of the worst part, we get ego. Our ego boosts. Our ego-centeredness. There's a danger of boosting, and there's also danger of boosting attachment. The self-importantness, like that. Then the moment attachment arises, aversion naturally comes in its own way, like that. You see. So always practice like equanimity in our heart, free of this impartial attitude. When we engage with the different type of experiences in our life, you see, that's how Rinpoche would practice. That's how Rinpoche live a life. Okay, so even if we're able to live fracture of it, I think I would understand that's most inspirational life, way of living life. That's most fruitful way of living life, most meaningful way of living life. I would say like that. You can label as living in the Lamrim, living in the sadhana, living in the service of Guru, living in the service of sentient being. Everything, include the way how Rinpoche would live a life. If we live a life like that, even fracture, I think that's what I would say. So I conclude my subject. Okay. Then just now, Meda said that there's a light offering organized in Buddha for all of us and for everyone, directly, indirectly participate, in this practice, or, dedicated extensive offerings that made in the Buddha for all sentient beings benefit, and also specifically dedicate dedicate for our most precious Guru Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche's holy wishes to be fulfilled, and Rinpoche to suitably manifest his physical nirmanakaya existence among us, without delay even a moment, among us. Then carry the legacy of Rinpoche in the service of Buddha Dharma, in the service of sentient being, which he regard that's the most meaningful, most meaningful thing to do, and most meaningful way to live a life. Most meaning, what most, So that's what Rinpoche, pleases his holy mind. You see, so able to carry a legacy. We dedicate that. So we do the light offering. We will recite the Lama Atisha's the light offering prayers. Then, if you have a candle, you can hold them. If not, you can just visualize the light in your house. Then, of course, the light that is offering in the Buddha in front of the wish-fulfilling stupa. So then also dedicate this for the long life of all the holy gurus, compassionate Buddha, Cherezik, and all other holy gurus, all the people who are the source of peace and happiness of sentient being and the world, for their good health, long life, fulfillment, all their holy wishes. And also dedicate for each and every one of each other among this, Sangha here, among this group. We dedicate for each other. Then also you dedicate this for your family members, for their well-being, especially, to cultivate the Dharma, actualize the path, and actualize genuine liberation of full enlightenment. We dedicate like that. Okay. So then after that, we recite the sweet return prayers of Rinpoche. So, visualize like this as Lama Atisha have taught here. So may it is wick, grow as large as Sameru, the king of mountain. The candlelight, the wick. Visualize like that. In short, visualize as huge as possible. Then may the wax or the oil or the butter then become like great ocean, infinite ocean like. Then the number of the offering, billions, billions of numbers to each of the Buddhas, to each of the Gurus, each of the Buddhas also, billions offerings. Then the light itself carry that power of banishing the conventional darkness, then ultimately, to banish or eradicate the darkness of ignorant. Understand? Yes. Oh, yes, please. You can start to light the offering. Yeah. Then the light also you understand as a wisdom of emptiness. That is the meaning of the light. Then directly antidoting to dispel the darkness of ignorant. Then darkness ignorant in you, darkness of ignorant in your parents, your family members, and the rest of the sentient beings. So that's the visualization. Okay. Then whatever merit that you accumulate from there, then completely dedicate for the rest of the numberless sentient beings enlightenment. Okay. I got a new light from Nepal. So this is electric light. This is so good, especially very good in Australia. Always fire ban. This is very good. So this is my shopping this time. This is the only shopping that I did. Okay, so I dedicate for everyone, okay? I try to write as much as possible. So for everyone, all the time, on the altar, yeah? So before I recite this, I will, the blessed light with the Om Ahum, and also recite the Samantabhadras, the light offering, with the Samantabhadras offering practice, so that by the power of the mantra too, able to actualize the meaning that we just did for the light offering, become extensive offering. Omo ahum, omo ahum, omo ahum. Omo namo bhagavate bedasara bhamadena tathagata harahadi samesa buddha taya kaum besu Samana bedasa agama varana bedasana bedasa namo bhagavate bedasara bhamana tathagata harahadi samesa buddha taya kaum besu Mahabodhi the Mahabodhi Medopa, Tamana, the Gamma, and the Bizana, then the Namabava, the Sarapamana, Patakataya, Haradi, the Mahabia, the Mahabodhi, the Mahabodhi Medopa, the Tamana, the Gama, or an Abitana, then the Kunjo, Sunja, Dembata, Sanjata, Jusaba, and the Chinja of the Sonia, the Mother Chamber, the Soji, in about the Sunday, the senior Dobra Juro. And do the mandala offering. Saji Beje Joshin Mendo Tama, Revelation in the Jamba de Sanjay Shindo, make the Bewa, Togunam Dashin La Chebarai Show. Then here, very important, specifically, even though I offer entire universe, but then specifically offer your own body, speech, and mind, and all the wealth that you have, all the properties, all the bank balance, then all the family members. In short, whatever that you possess, even it can be negative, even the delusion, ignore it. That you, by understanding the nature of those delusions, nature of those negativities that you accumulated, intentionally or accidentally, knowingly, unknowingly. Also, nature lies in emptiness. Nature lies in lack of inherent existence, lack of substantial existence. You see, there's no inherent negativities or delusions. By nature, even of those delusions and those negative karma, negative doings, is one essence with the celestial offerings. One essence, So you see, so in the understanding of emptiness, now everything you offer. So that way, even those through negativities, you earn so much meaning, so much benefit, and directly act as an antidote to purify them. Then offering your own body, speech, and mind, then whatever limitation that we carry, purify them. Then actualize the blessings of the Buddha's holy body, speech, and mind. Then the wealth that you have by offering to the merit field, especially the center of the merit field is the Guru Buddha, the Guru. That way, if you have a financial obstacles, you have a job problem, money problem, business problem, that's the way how to purify. You will effectively purify those obstacles. Then actualize abundance, abundance in your wealth, abundance in success in business. You see, so the mandala offering practice is so powerful, like that. So by offering our body, spirit, and mind, our physical body, if we have any sickness, if our body going through certain inconvenience of sicknesses, by making this offering to the merit field in a form of practice of mandala, act as a direct antidote to purify those sicknesses, those life obstacles. Then bless our body to be useful for the Dharma, become a productive vehicle to achieve Guru Buddhahood. So like that. Oh. Yeah. And then also after that, offer the three partial attitude and also the object of three partial attitude. And all the object of attachment, all the object of aversion, all the object of ignorance. Then attachment, you see, anger, ignorant, everything you offer. See? So there's even a prayer there, you see. Dagi chatamoso kebe tanye baso ludalo pambame tusuna sando chinjelo. Especially in the those of you who have engaged in Heruka Guru Puja practice. So there's this verse, is stated there. You see. So some individual may doubt, how can I offer my negativities, my attachment, my anger to Guru Buddha, how possible, this Tenzin Zopa saying wrong, you may think like that. No. You see, so there's a so powerful practice that you offer everything exists, especially those negativities. You understand them in the meaning of emptiness, then you offer. It's so powerful like that. Okay. Kunjo son labe tuje wanje jinye dala jinye lamdo da ye cha da mo zon je be yu da nye ba zo le da long je hong ba me ba be je le ju ne do son ra san do wa jin ye ye da mong guru ra na me da la gam ne ya da ya. Okay, so now we do the offering, okay? Ma me ne ne dong song je dong chen bong je de gam je ko yu da nyang ba ju dong bo ne ri ja bo re ra zam do ju ro ma go ne da ye ja zo zam do ju ro dang ne sang je re re dun do dong ju re re ju wa ra ju ro Weje sibe zemo menche nar mebe nyawa nche marebe meba tamje sanye chojo sanje dang chanjo sembe chingam tam ngozondo dongje zawara gyoro je oi benza alonge a oi benza alonge a Om benza alonge Om benza alonge ahon Om benza alonge Om benza alonge ah Om benza alonge ah Ema wo ngazara me jo na za zhe me de ge san san ye dong za la zo Ramja Jeje Jenga Malu Be Lama Yedama Kando Chejon Jengo Lanzo Namla Bewaye Pame Jeje Semje Damje Serawa Deda Jene Tamje Do Zosai Jebe Jenga Ngondo Webai Mege Nieda Yerme Jo Kunjo Sumda Zazuma Lazo Dembe Teye Melama Deda Vade Nyudo Dobraji Lado Zo Tayata Benzadia Awa Bedani So 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 Tayata Benzadia Awa Bedani So. Thank you. So now we recite the sweep return prayers for Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche. So I will recite in Tibetan. So there's a phonetic there. You can recite together or you can recite in English, the meaning, okay? Oh, yeah. So here, you say, the gurus to manifest, to return as a reincarnation, has reasons. In Tibetan, they're saying that to fulfill their holy wishes, fulfill their wish, holy wishes, and then return the reincarnation. So they fulfill their holy wishes is very much referring to find the reason for them to return. And that has to be very much created, by the disciples, by the disciples, especially to Guru to return, physical manifestation to turn the will of Dharma to us. Then we need to create the condition, the causes. Even though from the Guru side, as I mentioned at the beginning, it manifests, numberless manifestations to turn the will of Dharma forever. But for your individual purpose, for Guru to physically, to teach us, to inspire us, to guide us, and then we need to create the reason. So the best reason that we can able to actualize is the Guru Yoga practice, both in action and thought. Even while Guru is alive among us, for Guru's long life, his main practice is Guru Yoga, thoughts in action. If Guru choose to pass away and for the sweep return, his main practice is the Guru Yoga. When Guru is returned and to succeed, to carry the legacy, also the Guru Yoga, specifically to relation to individual yourself, ourselves. Guru may be benefiting in many different ways, but to yourself, to actualize the direct benefit to you from that Guru, then that is your own individual creations of merit, or the condition that is Guru Yoga practice in relation to that Guru, so like that. So therefore, the Guru devotion, the Guru Yoga practice and thought is always, always being aware and actualize that awareness in path in part in expressions of faith and conviction, which was a the guru inseparable from yourself, the oneness of the guru, the inner guru that mentioned at the beginning. By actualizing that mindfulness, that awareness, the guru is inseparable from me, guru is oneness with me. Now you express that into a practice, or the path is developing faith, developing conviction. This is happening. This is real. I'm really into it, like that. Not just thinking this is just my thought creation. Actually, there's no such thing. Not like that. You see. So you need to develop faith. You need to develop conviction. Then living in that is the practice. Okay. Now, in action is fulfilling the task through your body, speech, and mind. That the task that which Guru gives to us in general and in specific instructions. Yeah. So general instruction, general tasks that given to us is equal to everybody. Everybody to practice the Dharma path, or practice the instruction to purify samsara, and it is called a karma and delusion. So every day to day, purifying them, purifying delusion, purifying karma, and accumulating merits. Then always, lively living in the practice of renunciation and inspirations of enlightenment. The altruistic inspiration to enlightenment. Like this morning, Guru Cheresi, emphasized in his teaching, what makes Guru Shakyamuni become Buddha is because of practice of bodhicitta. What makes Guru Shakyamuni, effective service in a sentient being, because of bodhicitta. Okay, so for us to really, live a life in bodhicitta as expressions of the, Guru Yoga practice. Okay, living in the altruistic inspiration. So that's one thing. That's general to every one of us. The specific tasks, each and every one of you may have received different advices from Rinpoche, different initiations, different practices. So diligently practice them. If you have received any initiation, then diligently practice the sadhanas, conducting retreats, conducting self-initiations, then strengthening the samaya in relation to those sadhanas. If you have received refuge, then strengthen the practice of refuge. If you receive Buddhist vows, strengthen the practice of Buddhist vows. If you receive Sangha vows, strengthen the Sangha practice, Sangha vows. If there's any transgression in relation to any of the precepts, without delay, even a moment, purify them in the applications of four opponent power in general. Then specifically, different samayas need to purify its own different antidotes. Like if it's a Sangha, then try to attend sojong, the confession ceremony. There you try to purify all the damage, samaya in relation to Sangha precepts. If it's a Bodhisattva vows, then retake the Bodhisattva vows by yourself or taking together with others through gurus. Tantric vow, then refresh them, purify them, and retake them through self-initiations. If not, at least through 6th session Guru Yoga, both the refuge, Bodhisattva vow, the Tantric vow, through 6th session Guru Yoga, you purify those transgression and retake them, refresh them through succession Guru Yogas. Then best, some of the high tantric daily yogas, that you do self-initiation or take the initiation again, refresh them like that, And then lay vows, you also similar like refuge, you can refresh them by yourself or refresh them, by retaking them like that through the gurus. Then if individually have assigned to do certain projects, then fulfill them in your very best. And if you didn't receive any particular instruction, but you happen to listen to his teachings, then whatever teaching that inspired you the most, that struck your mind, and that really make you found your path in spiritual practice, meaning in spiritual practice, and you strengthen those particular teaching, those particular practice that directly inspire you, then if you haven't received any teachings, initiations, but then you heard about Rinpoche, and somehow you get inspired to learn Buddhism and Dharma. Now you feel like you have connected to him, and you really wish to see him in his new form, and want to actualize him as your guru and follow him. Then whatever inspiration that strike your mind, you strengthen them. You strengthen them. And so that's the way how we create reason for Guru to return, return to us like that. Okay. Yeah. O dame de ba ja se ni ran zo lo san ja wa ya se ju bra ram ja xin je ja yu ma le be den de me ba zhe be ge le yong zo zo be to de ri bo xie dang zhe be zin jin be wa nam yang mi xiong se be go ja song me ji zhe la ma ra zhe wa Pende Mali Jungwe Goji Jawe Denda Manju Jowa Dela Jedo Zemba Zebe Lobro Shivara Shede Yere Wenda Chosuma Jase Chinlava Jase Namje Tuje Labo Lume Dembe Yangdru Sarbezu Kazan Duje Badu Nyurje Jo Tubden Jeda Jamgun Jawe Den Chojara Bella Kaje Ramse Sumde Ngulme Zimba Cheji Dadra Dembe Badu Nyurje Kadubo Chembe Shedu Demba Mise Dunga Mitumo Donama Chamba Chimbe de la Gregebe Sume Dembe Nima Nurje Tesai Gombe Sardo Jaldencho Yamshe Bebe Sejo Jenje Tuga Yanda Lamla Tize Sende Jize Lama Nurje Jo Lama je, jinje zawe lama je, jinje zawe lama senje gunsu, nyamda lebe sowa nyingne, tazo tuje jawe mado, lama dusuma sanje jinje, jene gunja dewa jimbe, Manga wesa yin la nyam shuan, se jen tu je ruga na zo, yi she ju du su ge nyun jen, se jen tu je jung we de la, shen she chu ge yin ne, gu lo zhe we dun du, Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoches, Pojo Zambu Linje Dendo, Londo Demba Beje Nyuje, Nyamda Dowa Denje Nyuje, Taso Semje Lube Wede, Nguzo Jane Guzuma Jinje, Taso Semje Mare Jindue, Goso Tuda Tile Lundo, Ado Noda Damje Nyaba, Gozo Donza Ngado Jeba, Tashi Kunje Tashi, Tony Ninje Tashi, Lalo Nuja Tashi, Jume Chunye Dendo, Chume Yangse Nuje, Dede Zame Lebe Nye Dunga Michu Wede, Zason Laye Jinje Lo Tame Denama Dubraish, Meja Meje Meyu Na Chunye De Salondo. So then now do dedication. So dedication to never to be separated from the Guru forever lifetime. Kyawa Kundu. Kyawa Kundu Yanda Lama Tame Chuje Pela Lonje Sada Lamje Yonde Rabzo Doje Chanje Gomba Nyodo. And always enjoy the nectar of the Dharma and actualize the nectar as a part in our continuum and achieve the Guru Vajradharahood without delaying. Then also dedicate for the long life of all the holy gurus, the Guru Cherezik and all the holy gurus. Tony Ninja Zondo Jovela, Seje Sejo, Ganje Dende, Chana Bemo, Tenzin, Goze Denje, Zete, Juro, Juzo Lame, Goze Rabdenje, Nangora Chile, Jojo Jeba, Bosan, Tembe, Dreme, Sasum, Dove Mose, Dado, Juro. Then dedicate in bodhicitta, dedicate in emptiness, and dedicate to actualize the two stages of the tantric path, generation and complete stages of the tantric path. Chanjo zemjo rinpoche maje banam je jurje jawa nyamba meba yang kone gondo kawash. Tonye dawa rinpoche maje banam je jurje jawa nyamba meba yang kone gondo kawash. Remye dawa rinpoche maje banam je jurje jawa nyamba meba yang kone gondo kawash. Then dedicate to the well-being of numberless sentient beings, in particularly those who pass away, in particular last 49 days, and those who are sick, going through physical or mental health issues, or going through any obstacle in life. Then we dedicate entire collections of merit from this practice and all the merit and virtues of the gurus and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and sentient beings to be a complete cause to overcome those obstacles. And those who pass away to actualize higher rebirth in Buddha's pure realm. Then all the sentient beings purify the samsara and actualize liberation. Jambe Garza. Pama Zenje Tamje Dena Dengurje Nindo Tamje Dadu Dwada Janju Semba Gana Sujuba Deta Kunje Molam Drubjuruj Semje Neba Jinyeba Nyudo Nele Tajurje Dove Nene Maluba Dadu Chunwa Mebarai. So then in short, dedicate just like Bodhisattva Samanabhadra, Bodhisattva Cheresa, Bodhisattva Majeshwari, however they dedicate any form of merit, may I too dedicate just like that, so that the merit can be shared by numberless sentient beings and in most extensive way, most effective way, and most greatest purpose. then dedicate, just like how Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoches would dedicate the merit in the most extensive way. I too dedicate just like. Jambe bawe jitara jemba da gundo sambo deyan de shenje de da gunje jeso dhalom je jawa de da tamje rabdo jeso jebe jawa tamje de ngo gana jodo ngaba de da je jebe zawa de gunya sambo jeje rabdo ngo warai. Then dedicate the Buddha Dharma to be flourish, preserve, until all sentient beings samsara end, and flourish to each and every single sentient being's heart. Then, in particularly, all the essence of the 84,000 teaching, the Lama Tsongkhapa teaching, all the essence of the Buddhas and Gurus and Bodhisattvas is Lama Tsongkhapa. So to preserve the Lama Tsongkhapa's teaching, extensive in learning and extensive practice to actualize realization of the stages of path in every single living being. And especially, yourself right now to ripen the both preservation of the Dharma. Oh, Jeje Jabo Zonga Bejiso Namba Bewada Jeje Sema Shevada Tinje Malu Tsawara Sho Dada Shinji Dusum Dando Sonye La Dene Jawa Losan Taba Temba Yure Ba Juru. Then all the wishes that you may have and all the wishes that gurus have, the Bodhisattvas have, all wishes be fulfilled. Fulfilled without any obstacles and fulfilled instantly. Bedan zowa migebe ishe novo basamshin semjerewa kunzebe samba chechembrebe tashi sho, and especially all the wishes, be dharma wishes, be altruistic wishes, and those altruistic wishes to materialize, to actualize in result, without delay even moment. Bedan zowa migebe ishe novo basamshin semjerewa kunzebe samba chechembrebe tashi sho. Bedan zowa migebe ishe novo basamshin semjerewa kunzebe samba chechembrebe tashi sho. So now, to recite the Rinje Tsukdorchen's, the fulfilling the prayers and wishes and aspirations accordingly. Then, here understand by the power of the Buddha, by the power of the triple gem, by the power of the nature interdependent arising, and by the power of the prayers and practices that we have just done, and by the power of your sincere heart to engage in this practice, then whatever dedication that you have met, everything actualizes in that nature, without any doubt. Omo duro duro zaya muji so daya dong benza di awa buddha ne som duro duro zaya muji so daya dong benza di awa buddha ne som duro duro zaya muji daya dong benza di awa buddha ne som duro duro zaya muji so daya dong benza di awa buddha ne som duro duro zaya muji daya dong benza di awa buddha ne som duro duro zaya muji daya dong benza di awa buddha ne som duro duro zaya muji so daya dong benza di awa buddha ne som duro duro zaya muji so chom de de jaba da jaba handa ba zo de namba na zo ji so de de jaba da jaba handa ba zo de ngwa da mo lan da ra do de jabo la cha za lo me jo se ji jabe ji la da de lo wa me me ne ma da ji la sa me nam da me me ne ge dro ju ro je twen ba ji den kam zo chon ba da ten ba ni we shin do sa ma ten ze bo lo shin do ten ba yu re ne be ta shi jo ni mon de le che de le ni me ko ya de le ji ni ze da do de le kon jo som je da ji shu. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone, for your effort, for organizing it. And thank you. Thank you, Stephanie, for FPMD Australia.
Thank you so much,
Sharing
Geshela.
to others to participate.
Thank you,
And thank you
Tenzin.
for everyone. I can see some are from US, some are from Europe. some are from China, Malaysia, Singapore, Switzerland, everywhere. So thank you. And please take good care again. Take good care of yourself the way how Kyabje Lama Zopa Rinpoche would take care in the wisdom of Dharma and the attitude as I shared before. Okay, so thank you very much.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much for joining us. We
Thank you.
appreciate so deep. Thank you.
Please
Thank
share.
you everybody for joining.
Share. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Dashi Dalek, thank you.
Okay.
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 Yeah, I will go off, okay? Where to go off? I will go off simultaneously, clicking together.
Okay. Thank you so much, Geshela. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, Venerable Lindy, so much. Chekton Chento. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable Lindsay, and everyone. Also, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much.
Happy SAKA DAWA.
Happy SAKA DAWA Meda and all of your group. Thank you. And everybody online with us. Hope to see you all again very soon.
祝大家有个吉祥如意的这个共修的非常殊胜的这一天呢，
Good night.
非常殊胜的。Wish you an auspicious practicing day for the Buddha's birthday, everything.
Thank you, Meda.
Returning day. Thank you
We offer the
for
same back.
multitasking.
Thank you. Thank you, Meda. Good night.
Amazing. Thank you.